know this about me, but I've been an equestrian most of my life. I started horseback riding when I was 7, and one of the first rules that they give you about riding is that if you fall off the horse, you have to get back on the horse. And we've heard this before, that you have to, if you fail at something, you have to get up and do it again, right? We know about Albert Einstein and his 1,000 or whatever it was tries to make the light bulb. We've got authors like J.K. Rowling who took 12 tries for her to land a publisher for Harry Potter. So we hear this over and over again. When you fail, you have to get back up and try again. The same thing with falling off a horse, right? So it's a life lesson. But recently I was listening to James Wedmore, I think on Instagram, and he was talking about how life is not about not falling off the horse, like trying to avoid falling off the horse. That is not what life is about. Life is about falling off. And that's so true, because it's in the falling off that we learn the lessons. And the more we fall off, the more lessons we learn, and the more able we are to, once we're back in the saddle with our feet in the stirrups, to take the reins and actually get where we want to go, to achieve our goals and our dreams, and to realize our potential, right? To succeed. So this really is a life lesson. And you have to realize that you're constantly giving the universe, creator, source, God, messages about whether you want to move forward. And if we're talking about horses and horseback riding, then I would equate this to a story from my life where I was at a horse show, and I'm riding my horse toward a jump, and it's a big jump, and I start to feel insecure and worried and scared, right, about whether or not we can make it over this jump. And unconsciously, this is all going on, right? And what I don't realize is because of what's happening subconsciously, I should say, not unconsciously, but subconsciously, caused me to release the pressure on the sides of the horse with my legs. So I took off my legs, as we say. I took off my leg. And what that did was it communicated to the horse that I didn't want him to jump the fence. And so he stopped, and I went over the fence and landed on my butt. That's the same thing that happens in our lives. If we feel insecure, worried, or we have some kind of subconscious stories going or anything like that, we tell the universe, creator, that we are unsure about going forward, that we are scared, we don't want to, right? And so we take our leg off, and that message that we relay, communicate to source or creator, is that we don't want to go forward. We don't want to move towards what we say we want. And so creator says, okay, fine, you don't want to do it. And everything comes to a halt. And sometimes we end up on our butt. We have a failure. And so you have to realize that you're constantly communicating that message to source. And in this case, the metaphor for source or creator is the horse. So where are you taking your leg off? Where are you communicating uncertainty and lack of courage? Because that's the areas where you are going to feel, you're going to experience failure. You're going to experience falling off the horse. But you have to get back on. You need to learn the lesson from falling and then get back on and try again. And so we've heard this so many times, but I love this metaphor of the horse because it speaks to me, it speaks to my heart. But, really think about that you are constantly communicating whether you want to move towards your goals or not. And a lot of what you're communicating is subconscious. You're not aware of it, but when you fall on the ground, when the horse stops and you go over the fence on your own and land on your butt, that's an opportunity to say, what was going through my mind right now? What was I feeling? If I wasn't thinking something consciously, still, what was going on underneath? And learn from that and then get back up and try again. So that is my message for you today. When life is not about avoiding falling off the horse. It's about falling off the horse, learning something, getting back on, falling off again, and continuing on, because that is how we learn, that is how we succeed, that's how we reach our full potential and achieve our purpose. So don't fear falling off the horse. It's just part of life. It's what life is about. I'm Nina Amir. I'm the Inspiration to Creation coach. I am an intuitive transformational catalyst, by which I mean that I combine my certified high performance coaching with spiritual, esoteric, metaphysical coaching and help you get from where you are to where you want to go by getting out of your own way. I help you combine your purpose with your passion so you get inspired and you take inspired action and you get inspired results. So if you feel like you are not riding that horse towards your goals as fast as you'd like, if you feel like you're on the ground more than you are in the saddle, if you know you're where you want to go and you just don't seem to be getting there, then reach out. The best way to work with me is in the Inspired Creator Community. The link is up above. The Inspired Creator Community, I provide both high performance coaching, which is personal growth, and inspired results coaching and training, which is the spiritual growth. If you're a writer, you also get a bonus of a program for writers, the Nonfiction Writers University, and its master's level programming. You can work with me one-on-one. Go over to ninaamir.com and shoot me off an email. But really, the Inspired Creator Community is a fabulous place to be with other like-minded people who are all trying to achieve their potential and fulfill their purpose. So if that's of interest, click above. And until I talk to you next time, go out there and achieve more inspired results.